Meanwhile, tensions escalating between the U.S. and China. The U.S. Navy releasing brand new video of a Chinese warship nearly hitting a U.S. destroyer coming within 150 yards right in the Taiwan Strait on Saturday.
The Communist Party defending their actions, saying, quote, the U.S. is not here for innocent passage. They are here for provocation. The best way is for the countries, especially the naval vessels and fighter jets of countries, not to do closing actions around other countries' territories. It is undeniable that a severe conflict or confrontation between China and the U.S. will be an unbearable disaster for the world.
So what is going on? Joining us right now with reaction is former military intel officer Jeremy Hunt. Jeremy, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Great to be with you.
It's good to have you. You know, China's been, they've been getting close a number of times. We've got, over the last year or so, they get that close. At some point, they're going to actually hit an airplane or they're going to kill one of the American service personnel, and it's going to hit the fan. What are they doing?
Yeah, look, China is intent on undermining the United States, obviously, and especially in the South China Sea. And look, what they want us to do is they want us to kind of be bullied out of the area, but we have to continue to conduct these freedom of navigation patrols. That's what we were doing there. And we have to continue doing that to send the message that, look, these are international waters, and we have to remind China of that fact. And unfortunately, China has seen what we have all seen over the last several years, and that is that we have one of the weakest commanders-in-chief in the history of our nation. And sadly, China is using that to try to bully and push us out. They're hoping that we just completely flee the Western Pacific as a whole. But we, of course, cannot do that. And we all have to hope that the Biden administration responds in strength. That's the only language that China understands.
But they're not. They're doing just the opposite. Do you want to talk? Do you please want to talk? I really like to talk to you about this. And Secretary of Defense Austin, he should be showing muscle. He's not a diplomat. He's Secretary of Defense. They almost took out our jet. They almost took out our destroyer. They stormed our Alaskan military base. All they're doing, they're flooding through our southern border. They are pushing us. And so far, we're showing nothing but timidity.
That's exactly right. We showed up there and just said, "Oh, can we have another talk?" And then China says no, and we just continue to kind of project weakness on the global stage. And look, here's the thing: this is yet another major foreign policy test for the Biden administration. And unfortunately, the administration has failed with the Chinese spy balloon, failed even going back to the botched withdrawal from Afghanistan. And so here's another test. And so we have to be able to step up to the stage and say, look, we will not be bullied, we will not be intimidated, and we have to finally respond in strength. But I stand with bated breath to see if that's what happens.
Well, I know you're a former military intelligence officer. You went to Yale Law School. You ran for Congress, and now you're part of a group called Veterans on Duty. Tell us about this.
Yes, I have the honor of serving as chairman of a national grassroots group called Veterans on Duty. And we are a group of veterans that believe in a strong America. We are just so sick of all these kind of incidents, even what we've been talking about with China, with the rise of Iran and North Korea, all of the threats across the globe. Many folks who have served in uniform are stepping up and saying, look, enough is enough. We want a commander-in-chief who believes in a strong national security, who wants to get us away from this kind of these woke, unfocused Pentagon policies and get us back to a place where we are a strong America and we are reassuring our allies and deterring our enemies.
Sure. Well, Jeremy, we've got a little snippet of promotion regarding your group. We're going to play it for the folks so they know how they can get involved. Watch this.
And it's the mission of Veterans on Duty to make sure that those voices are heard. Because we know the stakes. And our service didn't end when we took off our uniform. The fight continues and is too important to ignore. We must stand up to all those who seek to undermine American strength at home and abroad. We are Veterans on Duty. Join us.
And so to join you, you visit vetsonduty.org, right, Jeremy?
That's exactly right. If you yourself are a veteran or you know others who care about these issues, who want to get us back to a place of strength, peace through strength, then join us. You can join us online at vetsonduty.org. And we'd love to have you.
And you talk about strength, having you men and women together, speaking with one voice and almost like a think tank is really going to help because its perspective is needed. Thanks so much, Jeremy.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.